Germany is full of place names, which is hardly surprising because Germany is full of places. And place names don't come from nowhere, there is usually a reason for them. So I thought it would be interesting to find out where some of these names come from. I've chosen the 10 biggest cities in Germany, and here they are in order from smallest to biggest. First, the 10th largest city is Bremen. Its name comes from the Old Saxon language and it means edge. You'd think that would be appropriate for a city on the coast, which Bremen obviously isn't. But it was built on a river, so maybe it was that. Essen is named after an old royal estate, Asnidi, but I can't find any information about what that name actually means. I did find a source saying that the city was associated with ash trees, so maybe it has something to do with that. If anyone knows, I'd love to hear from you. Dortmund is a complete mystery. Really, there are several theories, but no evidence to support any of them. This sometimes happens when trying to research etymologies, and it is frustrating when it does. All anyone can say for sure is that it is old. Düsseldorf, by contrast, is quite simple. Its name literally means village on the river Düssel. And Düssel comes from a Germanic word for the rushing sound of running water. Quite a good name for a river. Stuttgart means stud farm, because that's exactly what it originally was. It was a place where cavalry horses were bred. It was outside the much older city of Cannstatt, now a neighbourhood of Stuttgart. Frankfurt is the ford of the Franks. The Franks were the tribe that were the ancestors of the French and the Franconians in Germany. A ford is a place where a river can be crossed, so a place of great military value. Cologne, in German Köln, got its name from the Romans. It was Colonia Claudia Ara Agrippensium, the colony of Claudius and altar of the Agrippinians. It was the birthplace of Agrippina, who later married Claudius and persuaded him to give the city that name. Munich, or München, is so named because it was associated with monks. Exactly which monks is not known, although there are some theories. But it is definitely monks. Hamburg is named after a fort, the Hammerburg. Any place name with burg in it is a reference to a military fort. The hammer part is a very old word describing a forested elevation in the middle of a marsh. Finally, Berlin most likely comes from an old Slavic word for swamp, seeing as it was built on a swamp that once belonged to Slavic tribes. It has nothing at all to do with bears. The bear appears in the city's coat of arms as a kind of visual pun. And that's it, the 10 biggest cities in Germany and their names. And apparently, although you wouldn't believe it, swamps and marshes are great places to build cities. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not send me a postcard? Here's the address. Or visit Rewboss.com, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my blog.